welcome to Kapowski Reads, and I have decided to treat myself to some 5-star prediction reading. The reason for this is that I have recently obtained 2 books from the library that I have been waiting for absolutely ages. And they're 2 books that I am so excited to read. And I thought, well, I'm gonna read those, so maybe I'll find a couple of other 5-star predictions and read them all together. That's my logic and that's what I'm going with. So in this video, I'm just gonna tell you what the books are and why I think I'm gonna love them. And then hopefully next week, I will have read them and be able to let you know whether I was right or whether I was wrong. I hope I'm right. Obviously 5 books is quite a lot to get through in what will end up being about 10 days, but maybe I get through them all, maybe I just get through some. Who knows? I don't know what I'm gonna be doing next week. Hopefully reading. So I'm gonna go through the books that I got from the library first, because they're the ones that made me really excited to even record this video. So first up is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. Suzanne. So I have been on the waiting list for the ebook of this for 9 months. So in that time I have just gotten more and more excited about reading it. For anyone who doesn't know about this book, which I think might be one of the most well-known books on my list, it is basically a prequel novel for the Hunger Games series. It takes place during the 10th Hunger Games, which is 65 years before the trilogy that I and many other people love, or 64 years I suppose. And this book is all about little baby Snow. I think he's 18 in this book, and I am very interested to see what young Snow is like. I'm sort of hoping it's kind of a villain origin story, because I would love to know what happened to him to make him the character that he is in the trilogy, because something has to have happened and I want to know what. And I'm just so excited to sort of read about the early Hunger Games and find out if they were just as dramatic an exhibition as they are in the trilogy that I know and love. And I'm sort of hoping that there's going to be tie-ins. I want tie-ins to the trilogy. I want, you know, somebody's grandmother or great-grandmother or grandfather to be in this book and I can be like, oh, I know their offspring from the trilogy. That's what I'm hoping for. I love a prequel. I love a prequel that sort of gives me little nuggets and little sprinkles that then I go and watch or read the original series and I can see those sprinkles and just enjoy the series even more. I absolutely loved the world of the Hunger Games. I would not want to live there, but I really enjoyed reading about it. So I'm very excited to return to Panem and the capital and just re-immerse myself in a series that I do hold quite a special place for in my heart. So that's why I think this is going to be a 5-star read for me, because I already love 3 other books in the series. So I'm very excited to read this. And I had to wait so long for it. So other people have clearly enjoyed it that use the same library as I do. The other library loan that I have is Medusa by Jessie Burton. I've read 3 or 4 books by this author and they've all been 4 or 5 stars and I love them. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to love this because I love the author's writing. In addition, this book is a retelling of Medusa from Greek mythology, and I absolutely love anything with Greek mythology in it. I love a retelling and I love things from the point of view of the women in Greek mythology, because the original myths, we don't get a great deal from their point of view. So I feel that those are stories that still need to be shared, and I'm so excited to read more. I am very familiar with the legend of Medusa, so I'm really excited to see what Jessie Burton does with this book, and I am super sure that this is illustrated. I'm really looking forward to reading a book with illustrations. I haven't really read many books with illustrations that I can remember, so very excited about this. And Jessie Burton, she's never let me down, and I don't think she will this time. I think I'm gonna absolutely love it. I also think this one is quite short, so I'm interested. The next three are books that I have been told from reliable sources that I need to move to the top of my TBR because my friends and loved ones think I'm gonna love them, and I'm gonna take those opinions and go with them. So first book moving up to the top of my TBR is Ariadne by Jennifer Saint. This is another Greek mythology retelling, and it's all about Ariadne, who worked with Theseus to defeat the Minotaur, who was Ariadne's brother. So I'm very excited to read more about Ariadne. Again, this seems to be a story from her point of view as opposed to just her featuring in Theseus's tale. And I'm very excited about that. Again, Greek mythology, I'm so here for it. I want to read everything that's Greek mythology inspired. So I'm really excited about this. I've never read anything by this author, so while I'm thinking it's a 5-star read, there's that little element of I haven't read any books by this author or the next two, so there's a little bit of a wild card element there, but the premise of this book sounds like it is so up my alley and definitely something I'm gonna enjoy. So I'm going in. Next up is a sci-fi. And I say all the time that I want to read more sci-fi and then I don't. So I'm going to read some sci-fi. And this is Goldilocks by Laura Lamb. I've had 3 different people tell me that I'm going to love this book. So I'm hearing you, I'm listening, I'm gonna read it. The future of humanity is at risk, and there is a group of women who band together in order to save the world. And in order to do that, they have to steal a spaceship. This sounds like something I'm gonna love. And I have heard that this book also has it's almost like a dystopian kind of Earth where it's kind of got Handmaid's Tale vibes plus sci-fi, and that's something I'm very, very much interested in reading. I also love that the women are stealing a spaceship. There's something about cheering on a group of rebels who have broken the law for the right reasons with good intentions that I just really enjoy reading about. And my favourite sci-fi is about people who are sometimes on the wrong side of the law, and that's something that I'm very much looking forward to reading about in this book. Also, I think and I hope that I'm gonna have some strong female leads, which is what I want in a book. So I'm very much looking forward to this. And if I don't like this, I've got 3 people who have lied to me, and that will make me quite sad. And my last book is The Castaways by Lucy Clark. I'm not super sure what this book is about because I keep hearing different descriptions of this book. So I could be very wrong when I summarise what I think it's about. I apologise if that's the case. I think that this book is about 2 sisters who are supposed to be going to Fiji, and one of them ends up not being on the plane and then the plane disappears. That's what I think it's about. And that's something that fills me with absolute fear and dread because I'm not a good flyer, but it's something I would quite like to read about. From the cover of the book, I'm expecting an island, maybe it is Fiji, and I'm pretty excited about that. It also feels quite summery and it's spring just now, so it kind of feels like a good time of the year to read it because in Aberdeen, we don't really have summer. We get some nice days in spring, maybe a few nice days in summer. So I feel that this is probably Scottish summer right now, so perfect timing. I have also heard that this is a dual narrative, which is one of my favourite things in a book. I love getting chapters from different points of view, so I think I'm gonna enjoy this, and I hope I am. Those are my 5 books that I'm pinning all of my hopes on 5 stars with. If you've read any of these books, please let me know how you got on with them, even if you didn't think they were 5-star reads. I'd still love to know. I am not expecting to give all of these books 5 stars. Obviously, when I go in to read a book, I'm hoping I will love it, but I am also probably going to be quite realistic in my expectations that maybe not all of these will be 5 stars, and that's okay. My hope and my aim in reading my 5-star predictions is that I read 5 books that I'm gonna enjoy. If they end up being 4 stars, that's fine. If they end up being 3, yeah, 3's still good. It's in the middle. It's still an okay rating. So I'm just hoping that I'm gonna read things I'm gonna enjoy, because I've kind of got the fear that I'm heading for a slump, and I do not want to be in a reading slump. So I'm gonna fight it by reading 5 books that I think I'm gonna really enjoy. It's a good plan. I'm confident it's a good plan. Thank you so much for watching this very rambly video. I'm gonna let you know how I got on with them next week, and please wish me luck, because I don't think my wee heart could take reading another not enjoyable book. I'm looking at you, Richard Osman. No. Thank you for watching. Bye.